Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network. Excited to be back here. I cannot believe this is our ninth time speaking. Is it really episode
Yes,
9?
yes,
Wow.
it's episode 9.
Wow,
Yes.
Dora Kurimay feels like I've known her for a lot longer at this point. So she's our performance coach and our friend. Please introduce yourself to our listeners. Excited to speak to you again here. I know we had a little bit of a hiatus. So please introduce yourself to those that may not even know you yet.
Yeah, so thank you so much, Jill. I'm excited to be here. I'm Dora Kurimay, author, athlete, performance, and mental coach. And I was born in Hungary, where I obtained a degree in psychology and played professional table tennis there. I love running, yoga, traveling around the world, finding hidden spots in Manhattan. And I have turned into a die-hard New Yorker. And in my practice, I'm passionate about helping people realize their goals and finding their best selves.
Perfect. And the full name of your business is?
My business name is Dora Kurimay Incorporation, and it's a New York-based company that offers in-person and online mental coaching services in the U.S. and all over the world.
Perfect. Go ahead.
Yeah. So who I work with athletes, professionals, teams, and individuals who seek fulfillment and well-being in their mind, body, and spirit. And my effective individualized training programs are designed to reduce stress, successfully manage life balance, and maximize performance. And much like a sport coach, a mental coach helps professionals improve their abilities to improve their performance. Developing strong mental skills is often the differentiating factor between what makes an elite or a professional into an elite performer. And I offer individual and group coaching consultations and workshops to help my clients achieve their personal and professional goals. And the objective is to focus on clients' potential by leveraging clients' strengths, uncovering obstacles and stressors in their way, and targeting the areas they are most interested in addressing to help them reach their goals more effectively.
All right. Could you tell us a little bit about maybe your most amazing career achievement during of your life so far? Thus far, I should say.
Yeah, so my greatest career achievements are my books. So growing up, I never imagined becoming an author. So I wrote Get Your Game Face On, Get Your Game Face On Like the Pros, and my stories of mental toughness on and off the table. And these books are about how to gain a psychological edge, build mental toughness, specifically how to build rituals between points, and create healthy lifestyle choices and life skills. And in my latest book, I also share my personal experience that I learned about as a young competitive player, theories that I've used in my whole life, and that I've taught to successful athletes and professionals. I'm also proud of my table tennis achievement, especially winning a European championship and also earning my master's degrees in psychology and sports psychology. And however, I believe my greatest achievements are the success my clients have in their increasing their performance and well-being.
Amazing. There's so much to your work. My goodness. As a performance coach, you're also an author. I want to talk about your books a little bit more, if you don't mind. Tell us a little bit about
Yeah.
that. And of course, how we contact you, and then we'll continue.
Yes, sure. So where shall we start now?
Well,
um, yes, so my contact information, I also, everyone would like to know my website, which is www.dorakurimay.com. And if anyone is interested in contacting me, can do that through my email address, which is dora@dorakurimay.com. And my phone number is 347-849-1563.
perfect. And let's start talking in regards to the growth mindset. And what do you really mean by growth mindset and how this can benefit someone?
So Yes, that's a great question. So growth mindset is very, very important regarding my philosophy. And mindset is a mental attitude or inclination. And there are two different kinds of mindset: fixed mindset and growth mindset. And fixed mindset means talents and abilities are fixed, and you cannot develop those. For example, you're either talented or not. Your skills are seen as an inherent your talent, thus you either have them or don't. So for example, whether you're fast or not, you can pass well or not. A growth mindset means that talents and abilities can be developed. For example, you can work on improving your sprints, the accuracy of your passes, communication skills, and improve your penalty shots, mental toughness, mindfulness, or mental game in general. And in a growth mindset, all these skills are understood as skills that can be improved.
Perfect. Absolutely. And also the growth versus fixed mindset. Could you share a little bit about that?
Um, sure. So let's see the differences here. So fixed mindset is when you tend to look at yourself in a black and white terms, such as whether you can make certain shots or compete at a high level because you have what it takes, or because you are just good at those shots and naturally great. You are naturally a great player or a great boss. Versus growth mindset means that you're open to learning all the skills you need, and importantly, relearn skills that you need to perfect. For example, I'm good at defense or attack or not. I'm a great at serve receiver or not, or I'm great at leading or not. So a growth mindset means that you can learn all the necessary skills to improve. A fixed mindset means that you approach training from a standpoint of you are either already good at something or not. And with that mindset, you wouldn't able to improve since you are naturally not gifted in that area. So growth mindset means that you embrace constructive feedback and train with passion and dedication. Such is key to improving your strength, speed, and your teamwork. With a fixed mindset, when you face setbacks, you give up and run away. For example, after a bad performance, you don't feel like going back to practice again. So you don't show up, or you fail the project, you don't try it again. Versus with a growth mindset, you see mistakes as an opportunity to learn and get feedback about the skills you must improve.
Wow. And could you share some of your own personal experiences and stories with us, if you don't mind?
Yeah, sure. So I was never good at writing, public speaking, or creating videos. And when I look back how I started, I give myself credit where I am now. So when I was writing the books, I had the following challenges: not knowing where to start. And I questioned myself if I could do this. And so I had to believe in myself. It was also hard to getting in writer block, and managing my time to write consistently. And my drafts were too abstract, so I had a hard time to get into details. And it was challenging when my drafts weren't good enough to go back and revise them. And it felt like a never-ending process, and it was hard to keep up my motivation. And I also had to enroll people in my project, so I couldn't do it alone. So that was also a skill to learn how to create a team. And at the beginning, I was also very nervous and tight. My hand got cold, and it was hard to breathe during my public speaking engagements, and also when I created videos and my video series. And with practice, I got better and better. And I didn't give up. I accepted that it would get better with practice. And I had to at the beginning it was so hard that I had to redo it so many times, and it didn't go well. So I went back again and again. And sometimes I even had to take a couple of days off to try it again. So thanks to my growth mindset, I could publish 3 books, and I've been giving many successful public speaking engagements and workshops in the US, in Europe, in Asia. And I was also able to publish an online video course and create my YouTube channel as well. I know I still have a lot to improve, but I like to be entrepreneurial and try new things. And whenever I'm doing something at the first time, I accept that it might not go the way I want I want to be, and to going back, I had the ability to keep going and adjust and improve based on feedback and reflection.
Amazing. And can we talk more in regards to your growth of mindset and how you can recommend and help people to kind of, learn this or develop this skill in a sense?
Yeah, so you need growth mindset for everything. So that's why we are talking about this. And the first step is know where you are and believe that you can improve your skills. Then it's very important to set up challenging goals, visualize your success. That will help you to believe in yourself, encourage yourself, breathe when you're challenged, also find role models, and reflect after every performance or event what went well and what I could do differently next time. And it's also very important to ask for feedback and learn from critics.
Yeah. Because a lot of critics out there, right? And what would you say?
Yes.
What exactly would you say mental fitness is?
So mental fitness is maintaining a state of well-being and cultivating awareness of how we think, behave, and feel. And mental will is a muscle that needs exercise, just like the muscle of the body. And the good thing is that you can improve and strengthen your mental muscle. And it's important to learn ways to cope and manage your anxiety, both before and during competitions or important events. It's important how you manage your energy. How do you manage your thoughts, feelings, and behavior in everyday life and during important events?
Oh, great. And also, let me ask you about helping, players in a sense and professionals, because you do offer a lot of help and working with them. Would you mind giving us a little more specifics on that?
Absolutely. So when I'm working with any performance, I use my personal experience as an athlete and my experience working with professional mental coaches. I like to look at the person holistically, and based on our conversation and assessment of what the person wants and needs, I can make strategic plan for how best to work with each individual athlete. And we can work short term and long term. It depends on the performance needs and goals. And you can see the improvements after a couple of sessions. But again, it's very individual. And the first step is awareness. Everyone must know their strengths and weaknesses. And it's important to identify the client's thoughts, behaviors, and feelings in everyday life and during important events and tournaments. And identify what thoughts, behaviors, and feelings they want to have to support to reach their goals. Are they focusing on the right things or getting distracted? For example, someone is worried about what other people think of him or her during an important event, or they are focusing on what they want and they just go for it. Even if it's not successful, they can reflect on what skills they must to develop or what they must to do differently. So focusing on the right thing is one of the most important skills to have.
Aww.
Yeah.
So
So I like to create individualized plan for everyone. And I help my clients to improve their mental game by a step-by-step process based on the assessment. And the main techniques that I like to apply are self-talk, breathing, visualization, and rituals. Goal setting is also very important. And we also work on our pre-performance routines and end game analysis reflections. And ultimately, my goal is to facilitate the self-discovery and strengthening of mental skills, mindset, and mental fitness.
Ah, I love it. I love it. I love it. Do you have one in particular that you need some help or work in?
Oh, do I have one that I need some help to work in?
We
Well,
all can't be
everyone is so,
perfect. We all need
yes,
work, but is
no,
there one in
absolutely.
particular that may be harder for you?
Yeah, so everyone has to identify. This is a very good question, Jill. So first step is awareness, and everyone can everyone can always improve and be better. So the first step is knowing, for example, when there is a performance, someone is more in their head or more emotional, right, or more tense in their body. So in general, so what to work on also, I think what's important, and everyone is different, how you can manage your emotions in unexpected situations. I would say that. Yeah, so that can be an important one. Some people are more emotional, so I would say I'm in this category. Yes, so everyone has a performance profile, and know have to know which one you have to work on.
Got it. And
definitely.
And you're not just working with top athletes, which you do, but individuals, regular everyday people, right? Like myself,
Yes.
like anyone listening out there.
Exactly. So everyone can benefit from this. And basically in my practice, I'm passionate about helping people realize their goals and their best self. And I help my clients to gain more self-awareness, and I create an individualized plan for them. So I work with high performance, but also I work with basically anyone, because anyone can be better. And how I said, the first step is knowing where you are and also where you want to be, and create action steps how you can get there.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. So people out there listening who could you give us some maybe ideal clients who should call? Everyone.
So if anyone wants to work on just creating more healthier, more lifestyle choices, that can be an important one. Also, if somebody wants to work on, for example, preparing how they can be more relaxed, like for public speaking engagements, I can help with that. Also, I can help if somebody wants to work on optimize their performance at work, and also in everyday life, just identifying stressors in their life and resources and making the necessary adjustments, and also identifying thought patterns. That's what I do, and how I reframe those thought patterns, and also identify situations like how they can anyone can handle emotions better, right? I was saying that everyone has red buttons, and also the other thing that I think everyone can relate, that everyone has patterns, right? So what everyone is repeating. So I can help anyone, basically, if you want to change in certain aspects of your life, whether it's work, whether it's just well-being, and you want to get some help on just realizing what you need to change, and want to get some assessment on different areas of your life, I can help with that.
Great. And your books in particular, they all Amazon, or do we go to the website for those?
Yeah, so my books are available on my website and also available on Amazon. on my website is an ebook, and on Amazon, people can get the hard copy versions of it. And how I said, I published 3 books: Get Your Game Face On, Get Your Game Face On Like the Pros, and My Stories of Mental Toughness on and Off the Table. And My Stories of Mental Toughness on and Off the Table is my latest book where I share 11 of my life lessons and stories that people can relate and learn from that. And it's a great read for everyone. and basically I cover topics on motivation, goal setting, also pre-performance routine, teamwork, also recovery, why it's important to also have holiday, and also just to know that how you can optimize your performance, because you also sometimes, but you also have to rest and to create resilience in your life, because you can burn out. And then we know in New York, everyone likes to work a lot. So I also talk about that. I also talk about my public speaking engagement experience. So that's what I mentioned, that if anyone wants to work on that, to create a routine, that how you can do your best and how you can prepare, not just studying your script, but also mentally, how you can visualize, and also use breathing technique, and also create affirmations to do your best, because these little things are very, very helpful. So I also talk about that in the book. And also last time we talked about coaching and mentorship, which is also very important. Look at everyone in the system, and also create a supportive environment for them. It's very important. And also, of course, have a coach, right? We talked about that, because a coach can see you from a different perspective, that how you can see yourself and highlight your blind spots that you cannot see. So I'm talking about this in the book. So I highly recommend to read to everyone, and I'm sharing my stories. And also one more important topic is also really important to know your distractions, because sometimes people are not focusing on the right things and getting distracted, and that's why they are not performing well. So it's not about the confidence, but also about the focus and concentration, which is really, really important. I also share a story about that. So there are many different stories. So I highly recommend to read it for everyone. So again, the name of the book is My Stories of Mental Toughness on and Off the Table. And the other book is Get Your Game Face On Like the Pros. It's more about how you can create rituals in your daily life. And it's also very important what you do during in the book I share specifically examples in table tennis, that what matters is not just when you play the point, but what you do between points. And there are specific rituals you can do to optimize your performance, and you can apply these skills in your life as well, because the same happening when you work or you do any other sports as well. So I also recommend this book for everyone. And also I talk about different techniques as well: breathing, self-talk, and visualization. And I also share lifestyle choices which are important to be aware, because if you are not taking care of yourself in the long term, it's limiting your potential and your health in general. Yes.
Beautiful. Great job. Oh, we still got 3 minutes left here. So, okay, great. So, wow. And if we want to reach out to you, we'll go over your contact information. And what did you want to leave us with today? Is there anything else in your notes that you think are noteworthy for us to, I feel good after talking to you. It's been a while, but we
Oh,
all could use
it,
improvement in our life. And why not live your best life? It just makes so much sense.
yes, and the thing is that it can always everyone can improve, but on the other hand, my experience is that everyone is dealing with something, and my message is that you're not alone. So everyone, whatever you're dealing with, everyone else is dealing with the same thing, and the first step is just to be aware of that, and the second step would be also know what you want to change, and after do the necessary steps. So if you're interested to work on that, you can send me an email, or you can call me.
Perfect. And go ahead, tell us one more time the website, phone number.
Mhm. My website is www.dorakurimay.com, and the email address is dor@dorkurimay.com, and my phone number is 347-849-1563.
Perfect. Dora, always a pleasure having you here and looking forward to the next. Do we have episode 10? Is that next week?
Yes, it's next week, episode 10.
Hey, just making sure. I didn't know because sometimes people say goodbye. They don't get to say goodbye in a sense. So good. Looking forward. We still have more time
Yes,
together. Good. Dora, have a
yes,
great
yes.
day. And to everyone else, the same. We'll be right back with more.
Are you looking for even more of the podcasts and hosts that you love? The Podcast Business News Network is proud to announce that you now have even more ways to listen live. Check out the MyTuner Radio, online radio box, and Simple Radio apps on iOS and Android, or find us online. Search for Business News Network on mytuner-radio.com, or search Podcast Business News Network on streama.com and onlineradiobox.com/US. Take your podcast on the go and don't miss a minute of the action.
Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers.
Day-to-day simple tasks can become pretty daunting.
I have to carry my chair up 2 flights of steps or have somebody do it for me.
What scares me the most is just the falling.
When I'm struggling with my house, I think, to have that one great barrier just knocked down, it's crucial.
Home for Our Troops is a wonderful nonprofit that builds a
mortgage-free, fully adaptive, handicap-accessible house.
And there's no catch.
It'll be our very first home that we've ever owned. This is a game changer.
This is where your life begins again.
We need you to join us in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
Because of you, everything's going to be okay.